This is how to gaslight yourself out of depression. You might think to yourself now, how can I gaslight myself out of literally feeling no hope, out of feeling sad all the time, out of feeling like nothing works, like I've tried everything? Trust me, you can. Depression is gaslighting you. Let's get this straight. Depression tells you that you're not going to enjoy anything. It slowly gets you to believe that all of the things that used to bring you joy, like meeting your friends, doing your hobbies, going to the gym, whatever you enjoyed doing or whatever you enjoy doing, is not going to be enjoyable anymore. And this is not the truth. So this is what your depression is gaslighting you into believing right now. A lot of the times, people, when it comes to depression, they focus on their feelings and their thoughts. And this is not wrong because these are heavily affected by depression, of course. But what I think is people focus too little on is the action part. What we are doing influences our depression just as much as what we're thinking and what we're feeling, if not even more. Feelings, thoughts, and actions are connected with each other. So you have to consider all of them. Because I feel like this is what a lot of the times people think, that this is just something that you're born with, and you can either you're blessed or you're not blessed and you have depression. And this is something that depression loves. This thinking, this all or nothing. Oh shit, I was just born with this. Like people in my family had this, or something happened in my life that caused me to develop this. I'm just always going to struggle with this. This is something that depression loves. It's a rumination pattern. It's basically you trying to figure out, why am I like this all the time? So this is what people get stuck on. They think that they can fix their depression by really analyzing to the core what caused it. And this is the wrong approach. You can't think yourself out of depression necessarily. What this will do is it will trigger endless internal digging. You will try to find people to blame. You will try to find situations to blame. You will try to find your brain even to blame on developing depression. And this is literally, there's an expression for this. It's called ruminative coping, and it literally predicts longer and more intense depressive episodes. So I really want you to shift your focus from how did I get this way to how can I change this? And how you can change this is through action. So what depression does is it basically messes with your dopamine system. Your dopamine system is responsible for reward, motivation, drive, action. Okay? And what depression will do is it will start telling you that you don't enjoy the stuff you used to enjoy. It will make you think that the world is just not enjoyable. So think of your life as a room full of lights, or light switches maybe. And everything that is important to you, everything that is fun to you, that is meaningful to you, is a light switch. So for example, your family could be a light switch. Your friends could be a light switch. Your job could be a light switch. A hobby that you like to do, going to the gym, canoeing, whatever you like to do. This could be a light switch. And what depression does is, or what sadness does is, it will make you, of course, feel less energized. And then your brain will start to tell you, oh, today I really don't feel like going to the gym. I feel so sad today. I'm just going to stay at home today. Or your friend texts you and asks you to hang out, and your brain will tell you, oh, well, I really don't feel like doing that today. I'm just not going to text them back. You cancel plans. And you do this once, you do this twice, and you do it over and over again. And this is when the light switches will start turning off and the room will become darker. This prediction that your brain makes has a name. It's called negativity bias. So it makes you not anticipate the things that you actually would enjoy. Not all at once, but slowly the room starts to dim because of this, because you keep avoiding what you actually enjoy doing. And the vicious cycle that you're in starts with less activity. which then leads to less reward from the situation, less energy and motivation, and this will lead to even more withdrawal and even less activity. This is what your brain does. It's not necessarily the feeling of sadness that messes with you. It's what you choose to do in response to the feeling of sadness. This is what I want you to realize. It's not always about feeling sad. It's about how you deal with it, how you cope with it. If you know about this gaslighting that your brain is doing to you, if you know about this, that your brain literally makes you not want to do the things that you actually would make you feel better, this is where you can intervene. And this is so powerful because this means that it's not your character or your chemical imbalance in your brain, your genetic predisposition. It's literally what you choose to do. Okay? So there's something that you can do in order to get out of this depressive cycle. Because depression will tell you that you can't change anything. It's called learned helplessness. This is what depression will make you believe, that you're stuck in a cage and you can't get out. But this is not true. You can flip this cycle that I just explained to you around. You can. Think about the things that make your room light up. Write a list. Really be concrete. What is important to me? What gives me joy? What used to bring me joy? If you're really sad right now, if you're really depressed right now, what used to bring me joy? Write out these things and do them. Do them. It's easier said than done, I know, because you are stuck in this cycle where you have very little motivation because your brain is very adaptive, you know? Once you start doing fewer rewarding things, your brain is like, okay, I don't need as much energy. So the energy levels drop and you feel fatigued and flat and unmotivated, and you're not doing anything, and you also can't do anything. But if you know about the cycle, you can choose to act anyway. And what happens when you still act, when you still do the things that you used to enjoy doing, even though you don't feel like doing them? This is where you can change your brain and where you can gaslight your depression. Every single action, even if it's a small task like making your bed or sending a message, your brain gets a small dopaminergic ping, okay? Like a small reward. And over time, when you keep doing the things despite not wanting to do them, you train your reward system to start noticing this. And basically, every time you do something and you get even the smallest dopaminergic peak from that, let's say you still go out and meet your friends, although you really don't feel like doing it, and then your friend makes a joke and you laugh and then, boom, dopaminergic ping. This is how your brain is rewired, and your brain notices, okay, whoa, wait a minute. My depression told me that this is going to be horrible and I'm going to have a horrible time. Well, actually, this is pretty decent. What's wrong here? And then it starts rewiring and it starts changing. Basically, what depression does is it reduces your neuroplasticity. So it makes you less flexible, your thinking less flexible. It will make you feel like the whole room is dark and it will never be light again. But if you act despite feeling this way, you're physically reshaping your brain to become more neuroplastic again, to be more responsive and adaptive to new experiences. You start learning again that these things are actually rewarding to you. So this is what I want you to remember. Depression will tell you that action won't help, and this is the opposite. Neuroscience says that this is the most powerful thing you can do when you want to get out of depression. Every tiny action that you take has a biological impact on your brain, and this is not just feel-good advice, okay? This is literally an intervention that works. You need to go out into the world and you need to start turning those light switches on again. You don't have to believe in it because this is the system that your depression basically hijacks. You don't believe in those things anymore, but you can still act. And this is where you have to try. And then hopefully your brain will take care of the rest. I hope that you guys could take something from this video, and I see you guys in the next video. Bye.